welcome to Top of the Round Paradigm. My name's Kenan, I'm the GM for this campaign. With me we have...
Hi, I'm Nikki and I play Clover.
Hi, I'm Jordash and I play Varian.
Hello, lovely tots. Thank you to our regulars, Raymond and Mama Mac, for episode reviews, and Schmilster Drew for your rating. I think on this one and last one, because we didn't quite get to you in the last one. So hey, thanks to everybody who takes the time to do that, because it means a lot to us. Hey, if you want to be shouted out and also, support the show in that way, it would really help us out. It only takes a few minutes. You should definitely do it. We'd love to see your names over there. Review us on Spotify, Podchaser, Pocket Casts, and Apple Podcasts. Single episodes or the full show on Podchaser, so we can make it up the list and more people listen. Hey, you should do that if you're listening now and you want us to succeed. Hey, thanks.
Thank you to our most specialist boy, Ray, our executive producer.
If you are looking for an online community to join, look no further than our Discord. Linked down in the show notes below. Come and join, say hi, share your thoughts, feelings about the show, tell us about yourself, and how much you love us. Quick, go now!
We have a Patreon at patreon.com/topoftheround that has so much cool bonus stuff that's hiding just for you if you just click the button and subscribe. And then it all becomes accessible to your ears and your eyes and your heart and your mind and your soul. And you support us, so do it. Patreon.com/topoftheround in case I didn't say that.
Alright, you lazy fucks, I need you to lock in, okay? Look at me, look at me, look at me. Yeah, okay. Alright. Feel that energy? It's good energy. What I need you to do now is I need you to go to cleverpodcast.com, click on the merch, and get clothes. And you know why I need you to do that? Because I need someone to get something, because I didn't get a damn name, I didn't get anything last time. Just watched a stupid Eladrin fall 500 feet, which was kind of funny, but also it was really annoying because I didn't get anything. So again, don't be like me. Go get stuff. Right now.
If you want us to also get stuff, send us mail at P.O. Box 603, Circle Pines, Minnesota 55014. Address that to White Raven Studios and we will receive it and be joyful.
Be sure to check the show notes below for the trigger warnings for this episode.
Let's head over to our sometimes newscaster Justin and sometimes card maker to see what happened last time.
That's right, Ken. Justin here, taking a break from making the best greeting cards around to bring you the news. This is Justin with Justin. Standing here outside the castle at Heaven's Gate with a peacekeeper. Sir and or madam, can you please tell us the situation developing? You said something about an escaped prisoner.
We have tracked the location of the escaped prisoner to the vicinity. Seems they have used the waterfall as a means of escape.
That's impressive.
They might be hiding in the castle.
And do you believe that the residents of Heaven's Gate are in any danger from this escaped prisoner?
They are responsible for many deaths.
The citizens of Heaven's Gate are responsible for many deaths?
No, the one hiding.
Oh, okay, I see. That makes a lot more sense. So, what you're saying is that people should probably stay indoors and barricade their doors and windows.
If that makes them feel comfortable.
You don't seem to be too worried about the safety and well-being of the citizens.
We have him confined to this area.
There you have it, folks. Avoid the castle or...
die. Potentially.
Okay, well, I guess avoid this area, because if the escaped prisoner doesn't get you, the peacekeepers will.
Are you okay? That is not what I said.
Your statement just sounded very threatening to the citizens.
We are dealing with a very threatening individual.
Speaking of threatening, I'm getting word that some guy just snapped a girl's neck across town, and there's no peacekeepers there. I'm gonna go check it out. Back to you, Kenan.
Thanks, Brad.
You called, bitch! Brad's back, baby.
Thanks, Justin. Our story continues now. We left off with Varian robbing a poor old halfling and Clover asking someone to kill her.
We're thriving.
Let's start with Varian.
Hi.
Hi, Varian.
Did I find parchment and quill?
You have not.
Ma'am, keep look.
As you keep look, you do not find any parchment or any quill in this room.
Okay. Do I hear anything outside the door?
You do not.
What else is there in this room besides a tea set, a portrait?
There are many bookshelves, as most of the walls are lined with the shelves of books. There seems to be a globe, if you will,
I won't.
and it has Calcrin on it.
Just Calcrin, nothing else.
The two islands.
Varian will look at the globe, and then he will move over to the bookshelf and start looking at the books to see if there's anything covering the last however long, because he doesn't know exactly in material plane timeline since he's been here. Anything that looks like it might cover the time between when the reaping stopped to now.
Roll a perception check.
The bookshelf is just full of copies of the Spicy Wild Shape. 30.
As you are looking through the bookshelves, you realize after a few minutes that they are ordered alphabetically and by genre. So you find the nonfiction section and head to history, and there is a very worn black leather tome with gold letters across its spine that read A Brief History by Corvallis Blackwood.
Varian will pull that book and start looking through it.
Alright.
If I'm not going to be attacked by mud people, I might as well try and learn some shit while I'm in here.
As you peruse through the book, you read about the undead uprising and how since then all of the bodies were sent to Gehenna and reapings that started. Nothing really on current events. Once it gets to the reaping section, you're kind of in the know. Everything that had happened in that time area.
Okay, so Varian will look at that and realize, oh, this book was probably written during the time of the reapings.
Mm-hmm.
So this won't have anything between then and now. Okay. He'll finish perusing that and then look through the history section some more to see if there's anything else that looks a little newer.
You continue to peruse, and there is a deep red tome with black lettering on the spine. And the black lettering reads The Pillar's Effects by Asperos.
Varian will grab that one and flip it open to see what it's all about, because he has no idea.
As you flip through that one, you glean that there was a very large pillar of light that erased Kraken's breach and stayed there for about 100 years before it vanished, and there is now a crater there. And as you continue to read, you learn that the, at the time, new religion of Arcanism was spreading, and they took over the region of the crater and set up a prison of repentance.
Doesn't mention anything in it with the context that I could put in relation to when the reaping stopped, so I can try and figure out a timeline. Instead of being like, the reaping stopped, X amount of mystery years, pillar.
No, it just talks about the pillar and the surrounding events.
Does it say anything about what led to the pillar or what caused the pillar?
It doesn't know.
Okay, so then it's useless speculation. It's a blog post at best.
It is
A novelized blog post.
If the internet existed, yes.
But it doesn't, so now it's a nice leather-bound book. I don't know if it was
You won't
leather-bound.
believe how repentance came to be.
Click here to learn more.
What happened after this 100-year pillar of light will shock you. Click to find out. Alright, Varian will put that back and then continue to look at other history books to see if there's anything that he can use to tie the timelines together.
Okay. As you continue to peruse, you see the history of Heaven's Gate. You see the history of different races that are inhabiting Ishnar.
I'll take the history of Heaven's Gate
Okay.
for a spin.
Alright.
And learn up on this Euphemia. Question, now that I'm thinking about it, because I know my husband's living employment situation
Mm-hmm.
and that he perused Life Kingdom a lot. Did he ever mention Euphemia?
Not in any real detail, but he mentioned her a couple times.
But he said the name before.
Mm-hmm.
Was it in the context of him mentioning her as like a figure, or did he mention any times of ever interacting with her?
Never interacting with her, more that she was the goddess.
Goddess.
The goddess of the Life Kingdom and ruler of Heaven's Gate.
Okay. But he never mentioned Heaven's Gate being underground before.
No.
Okay, so I will peruse that book to see if it tells me why they took their city and pushed it somewhere else.
All right, Patrick. That was a good joke.
Yeah, feel free to give me some hero points or whatever.
Sure.
You just gotta give them good references. I feel like that's every hero point
I
or
never get hero
inspiration I've ever gotten for canon was because I either made a Yu-Gi-Oh joke or a SpongeBob joke.
I'll give you a hero point. Sure. That was good. That's good. That was a good. As you peruse through the history of Heaven's Gate, it doesn't say why, but it does talk about having to rebuild after an attack. It doesn't say where that attack came from. You do find it strange that it is in great detail of everything but why. It talks about...
Dangers of drinking tea from strangers.
No, it does not. It's not a Memoirs of Euphemia book. You flip through, and it eventually talks about how they started building earthen walls around the city, and walls kept getting higher and higher until they eventually created a dome to protect against the Unseelie that were attacking them. And then over time, the dome just got buried and things started to grow on top of it.
I see. So they didn't move the city. They moved the rest of everything around the city. So I'm assuming there's still no giant Euphemia statue then.
No.
Because I didn't see. You never described a giant Euphemia
It
statue.
is gone.
Suspicious.
Suspicious.
I will continue to read this book. I don't hear any sounds from outside the door.
Nope.
Okay. Just gotta come back sometime.
I swear I'm not robbing you. As you continue to read her books, Clover,
Yes.
as you stabilize yourself and come to consciousness, you are off the ground. Feel like you're laying over someone's shoulder and being carried somewhere.
Okay. Do I get a sense of anything else? Weather, inside, outside? Am I fearful or not?
You're not fearful. Ground looks made of compact dirt. The lower torso and legs remind you of the gear that Fear was wearing.
So I'm laying over a shoulder.
Mm-hmm. What direction?
What direction?
Your face is pointing towards their back, so you can see behind them.
Okay. Clover stirs and coughs.
Don't know why you wanted me to die. Yeah, you did. Never mind. Welcome back.
Are they okay?
So far. What happened?
I can walk. Clover says probably with 1 hit point.
Yes, you do, in fact, have 1 hit point.
Okay, so I'm rough.
Very.
I can totally walk.
I want to advise it right now.
She just leans back on his back. I don't really know what happened. There were mounds of earth, and I got scared, and Lilith was crying, and it was my fault, and then I started panicking and getting really hot, so I ran away so I wouldn't hurt her.
Well, I'm glad you didn't hurt anyone. You really have to figure out how to get your magic in check, or at least in check. Maybe we can see if we can get it taken away.
That sounds painful.
More painful than exploding?
I don't know. Where are we?
Still in the city. I didn't think you would want to leave without your friend.
I don't. Why didn't you just kill me?
Because I don't think you deserve to be killed.
She sighs. Oh, but weren't you, like, trying to prove my innocence and now you can't do that?
I was trying to prove your innocence. I don't see how that's changed.
Everything that just happened was my fault.
Some would say the same thing about love.
What if it was?
Then we'll have to let either the city decide or God.
Are those my only 2 options, Fear? 'Cause you know the city will kill me.
How do you feel about being a hermit?
What?
You know, someone who lives out by themselves in the wilderness.
Oh, well, I'm not very good at it. So, probably not great about that. But if I could maybe talk to Peregrine or somebody that could help me, and then I could stop with all that. I don't know how to. It was burning me up like it wanted to explode, and I couldn't stop it.
I don't know why Peregrine would be able to help with your magic.
Well,
Unless if you're talking about getting it taken away, perhaps.
no, that's not what I'm talking about. Isn't he,
He's, you think you're, well, that would, he doesn't finish any of his sentences.
a child of the abyss? Although, I really am puzzled that my mom, whoever she is, would have been down a pit while she was pregnant with me. None of that makes sense.
Do you think any of your brothers know?
Porter might, but he was supposed to meet us and then we kind of left without him. But Alaric left before him, and I don't know where he is, but I think he knew Mom the most. But maybe I killed her too.
You killed your mom?
No, like, maybe I was the cause of her death because I was a bad baby or something.
Just to be clear, are you talking about she died in childbirth? Or are you
That's
talking
what I'm
about you
talking
murdered her as a baby?
My head is pounding, and I am not. That's what I meant, the birth thing.
I did warn you it would be violent.
I needed it to happen, so thanks.
Where were you supposed to meet Porter?
In front of the border. But then we ran into Grief, and he made us food, and then Agony was there getting attacked by like a person with wings on their armor, and we ran for it.
Sorry you had to put up with Grief's cooking.
It wasn't that great, but I didn't have the heart to tell him. Do you think Peregrine would help me? Because if he won't, I don't know what to do.
If it serves his best interests, he will.
Well, I don't know what I could offer him.
Do you have anything rare? He's a bit of a collector.
A collector of what?
Rare odds and ends.
Do I look like I have rare odds and ends?
No.
I don't think so. Hey, did you find that virtue that we sent you after? Isn't that what you were doing?
I did.
Is he okay?
He's fine.
Why did he get sucked into the shadows? Was God mad?
Mad isn't the word I would use. He was just being relocated to where he was supposed to be.
So he did get in trouble because of us. Are you gonna get in trouble because you're around us too?
Don't worry, Clover. I'm not supposed to be anywhere right now.
Are you on vacation?
No.
Then what are you're just off duty?
I'm between assignments. I guess you could put it that way.
Oh. So we're not like your assignment, like you have to watch us to make sure that we behave?
No.
So you're choosing to be with us because you're our friend?
I chose to look for you because I agreed to look for the virtue that you told me about.
But you're still around now and you're carrying me.
Did I make you friendship?
Listen, a lot has happened since I got here. I didn't feel right just leaving.
Well, I really appreciate that because I don't know how to do this alone. But at the same time, I feel like I should because I just keep getting everyone around me hurt.
You should definitely figure out a way to either get rid of or control your curse.
You keep saying that and I'm not disagreeing. I just have no way to handle it. If God is so loving or whatever, why would he curse me like that?
Don't think he's the one that cursed you.
Then who did?
I don't know.
It's like overwhelming. Like it wants to do its own thing, but I can't control it because I don't know how. So who knows how to control it? Is it Peregrine? What if it's not?
Well, the Rose Guard would be the ones to ask.
And if they don't like me, am I dead? That's a yes.
Hopefully.
Hopefully?
Hopefully you're dead. Hopefully you die.
Clover wiggles to, like, get out of his arms. Does he let me go?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to drop beside him and blink a few times trying to right my dizziness, and I'm going to stumble after him.
Okay.
What do you mean, hopefully?
So she can look at his face.
He stops so you don't fall over chasing after
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
I mean, if they don't like you, your best case scenario is that you die.
What do they do to people if not kill them?
Study.
I really don't like the sound of that.
That's putting it nicely.
So I'm in danger either way. But I'm putting more people in danger if I don't ask. Asking is better than just needing to die. So
She squints at him like she's trying to put it together in her mind.
what if they don't believe me like you do? Even though you know
She trails off.
I would leave out the accidental deaths.
But don't they know I was the one in love?
No.
How though? There's a poster with my face on it, and people saw me in the tavern, and then they tried to kill me, so how do they not know?
The poster and the explosion aren't necessarily tied together, Clover.
But people heard my name and stuff.
And the Rose Guard weren't there for that.
But they were investigating it, right?
They investigated the tavern after it exploded.
So you're saying they don't know who I am?
They didn't ask anyone. They were investigating the tavern. They were unconcerned with who or what may have caused it and were after something else.
So the Rose Guard doesn't care if people die? Wouldn't they want to stop the source?
Their concerns are more studious. That is what we are for. We're to stop the destruction of the Fae and their ilk.
So you're here to stop them, and the Rose Guard are there to study things. So if I want a chance at learning how to do this, because they're the ones that study, I have to ask them.
Or find someone else that knows.
Like
Whatever.
a Fae?
I would not recommend that, but I'm sure there's someone else non-Fae related that could shed some light on your curse. If you didn't want to talk to the Rose Guard.
Clover looks around.
Like who?
Don't think you'll find anyone up here. They're a little more lax in the Fae department.
Who are you talking about?
I don't have anyone specific, Clover. It's a hypothetical.
Oh,
It's a big world.
so the only maybe definite answer that I have would be the Rose Guard. Possibly. And Peregrine. Maybe if I have a collectible that he wants.
Peregrine is part of the Rose Guard.
Oh. How did that happen if he was with the Fae before that?
He was never with the Fae before that.
But Drea knew him.
Who's Drea?
Good job, Clover. Good job, kid.
She already mentioned Drea before, just not by name.
A Fae that talks to me sometimes?
Gotta be careful what the Fae say, Clover.
Well, I am asking questions because I don't know anything.
They tend to be tricky.
Oh. Well, she recommended I talk to Peregrine too. So you're absolutely saying the same thing.
Why would she recommend talking to Peregrine?
So that I can get a handle of this curse Yeah, the curse.
But why would she recommend Peregrine?
Because she used to know him, she said. And that he was way more talented than I am. Which doesn't seem like it's hard to be.
Oh, believe in yourself. I mean,
No.
look at what you've accomplished. Just ask Lilith.
He goes quiet.
Did I say something wrong?
Nothing wrong. Just trying to figure out why a Fae would recommend you speak to Peregrine.
She said she hadn't talked to him for a really long time, so maybe he just found God or something. So if I go to Repentance, I just ask for the Rose Guard, and I take a gamble, I guess.
I mean, sounds like you're gambling either way.
Yeah. I would rather not be gambling with people's lives.
He shifts into a younger version of himself, around your age, so he's eye level with you.
Mm-hmm.
Puts his hands on your shoulders. And that, Clover, is why I think you deserve to live.
She starts tearing up.
Varian,
Yeah.
as you continue to read through your books,
Must be nice.
Are there any books on the Fae?
there are. You find some books on the Fae, and after going through them and compiling all the different topics, you learn that there are two factions split between the Fae, between Seelie and Unseelie, and each faction has two other factions split within themselves between the summer, spring for the Seelie side, and winter and fall for the Unseelie side. You also learn that the Unseelie do not like the presence of the non-Fae on the material plane, and the Seelie seem more compliant as long as the races are respectful of the plane itself. You also learn that there are archfey that rule over each of the 4 subdivisions. It does not go into who those archfey are or their names.
Does it cover, at any point, did I say anything that covers the topic of name stealing?
There is a small blurb about be wary of introducing yourself to the Fae, because they'll take your name. But it doesn't say why they do that or what they use it for.
Okay. I mean, they wouldn't put a warning on it if it wasn't bad. Alright. And I haven't heard anything in all this time. I didn't hear maybe the stone on stone that might signal a giant dragon has returned from the surface.
Nope.
Alright. Varian will sit at the table with the tea set and stare at the door with one of his books.
Just making yourself at home.
Just waiting.
Clover,
Yeah?
what's up?
What's up with you?
You crying?
Yeah, Clora's crying.
How do you do that?
Do what?
The H thing.
I don't know. I just do.
Really?
Yeah?
Is Lilith with her mom?
She is.
Thanks
For what?
for taking care of her.
Of course.
What do we do now?
Wait for your friend, I guess?
And then go to the Rose Guard?
And pay his bond?
Yeah. We gotta do that.
Unnecessary. But thank you. I just need to get out of the city without getting caught again.
And then, I don't know, I can't sleep in the city. For reasons.
Explodey reasons?
Yeah, those ones.
You explode when you sleep?
When I'm falling asleep, yeah.
How do you get any sleep? Why aren't you exhausted?
I am exhausted, usually. I've slept a little better since I ran into Varian because he's been keeping guard while I sleep like 100 feet away.
And you haven't exploded since?
Not since the woods. Since you saw that anyway.
I saw you explode on his bike.
Yeah.
I didn't see you exploding in the woods.
Well, I was thinking of that as the woods, but that's the last time I exploded. Until today, when I just think I was going out of control.
She only explodes in love, okay?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't explode today, so...
Yeah, because you knocked me out.
He goes quiet.
What?
So, Varian.
Yeah.
Completely changes the subject.
I almost thought you were trying to get mine.
Yeah.
And I was like, we're coming back to me already? Okay.
No.
Clover's eyebrows knit together.
48 hours, huh? It's a long time.
Well, I don't know how much time has passed because I was unconscious.
That's, yeah. Probably at, I don't know, 30-something.
Oh, so we're like... How long was I out?
Just a couple hours.
Oh. Yeah, and then we can go to the Rose Guard. I was trying to find my one brother here, but I don't know if he's here.
You have a brother here?
Possibly.
You said Kalen? Yeah. You want to see if we can find him?
I already kind of looked around, but... I mean, if you want to, we don't really have anything better to do, and being around you keeps me calm.
I want to say calm, but not being afraid sure helps.
It does. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I just need you and Guilt to follow me around.
She, tries to make a joke.
That was a joke, but I don't think it was very funny.
Why are you laughing?
Because, I don't know. We can try and find Kaylin if you want. I'll just not sleep.
Alright, so what leads do we have?
Well, I know that you're not gonna like this, but he definitely does magic, and he's really good at it, and he really likes studying. What if he's with the Rose Guard? I never even thought of that, because he really likes studying.
Well, Peregrine's the only male in the Rose Guard,
Oh,
so if
okay.
Kaylin is of that persuasion, then, I don't think so.
Oh. Well, he does have really long hair. So, never mind. I'm not going to go that direction. So, I thought that he went to school somewhere up here at, like, a magic school, but also, every time we asked about it in the city, they claimed that they didn't know what we were talking about, and then a star appeared on their forehead, according to Varian, because nobody seems to know what we were asking about. So, it's a little weird, but everything has been a little weird since we got up north and before that, too.
Definitely agree the North is a bit weird. Don't like it all too much.
But I don't know if there's actually a school around here or if he's elsewhere. Because, like, the world's pretty big, so it's kind of stupid for me to assume that he's here. I think I was just hoping.
Well, if he likes to use magic, I want to think of a safer place to be than up north.
Yeah, but is this the only big city up here? I mean, he could be elsewhere.
No, there's one in the Earth Kingdom.
Oh, do you know there's a school there? I'm really tired.
In the Earth Kingdom?
Yeah, in the Earth Kingdom.
I don't know. I've never been.
Me neither. I guess we could look around if you want to. Otherwise, I'm not sure what we do with our time. Unless you want me to start heading for repentance, and I leave you with the gold.
What about your friend?
I'm leaving you with the gold for him, but I should wait for him. Never mind. Thinking about getting there so I can get a hold of myself. I'm gonna wait, but if I start going out of control again, I need you to do what you did, please.
She looks so rough right now.
I don't know if you'll survive that again in your current state, Clover.
Oh. Well, then maybe the curse won't do anything to me because I don't have enough energy.
We can hope.
Oh, yeah.
Her eyes kind of go wide.
Alright, so your brother likes magic
Reading.
and reading. Maybe there's a library around.
Okay. Let's find one.
Alright, so you guys set out for library.
Is he like the same height as me right now?
Mhm.
Oh, cute. Besties.
As two children trot off into the city.
She's leaning on him for stability.
As you search the city, Clover, roll a society check.
20.
Now roll a perception check.
26.
Alright, you hear the grinding of stone on stone echoing through the city. And then a brief gust of wind. And then more grinding. And then silence.
I don't like that sound.
I don't get this place.
Me neither. Do you see a library?
I don't. Let's check over here.
Okay.
Varian,
Yes.
roll a perception check.
33.
You also hear the grinding of stone on stone very loudly.
Almost directly overhead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then the floor rumbles a little bit. And then you hear a door open and close, and the pitter-patter of footsteps through the hallway you came through.
Okay.
And then the door jiggles.
Do I hear anything after it jiggles?
You hear, "What the? I didn't lock this."
Varian will get up and walk over to the door and open it.
God, I wish I could have ended there.
You can't.
I know. But that'd be perfect. Who are you?
Hello, Euphemia. My name is Varian. I'd like to speak with you, please.
Why are you in my house?
It's a long story. I will tell you everything. Please, come in.
Roll perception check.
26?
You see that her purple eyes flash silver as you shock her in your existence being in her house. And you see her fingernails grow into claws.
I mean you no harm. I just want to talk.
So you broke into my house?
I didn't exactly break into your house. I sort of broke out of somewhere else and ended up in yours.
He's not incorrect.
She walks in. What do you want?
Well, you've been around for some time. As you can tell probably by my appearance, so have I.
And?
And I'm trying to find answers. And from the looks of it, we have... Varian's eyes will drift over to the portrait. A mutual acquaintance.
Oh, hello, natural 20.
Oh, God.
I don't know which of those two you're referring to, but they're both dead, so how would they be a mutual acquaintance? Why are you lying to me?
Dead, you're saying, and Varian will point directly to Chaz. They're dead.
That is what both means.
That's interesting, because I saw them earlier today. How did they die?
Again, why are you lying to me?
How did they die?
Answer me first.
I'm not lying to you. Look in my eyes. I'm telling you the truth. Look into my eyes. Look at me.
Roll a diplomacy check.
Thank God that's only a +2. Ooh, I almost rolled an +20. 21?
Mm-hmm.
How did they die?
They were in Kraken's Breach when it ceased to be.
How long ago did the reapings stop?
A little over 1,000 years ago, I guess.
Okay, 1,000 years. So, when the Pillar of Light hit Kraken's Breach, is that when Zakar died?
No.
When?
Zakar died about 500 years before that.
So, 1,000 years. So, around when the reapings stopped.
Yes.
And he was killed by Wrath.
Yes. How do you not know this?
No one in the ethereal plane knows this.
I would feel like that would be common knowledge with them.
Volkar never told us anything happened to Zakar.
Well, maybe you should go ask him then. And get out of my house.
But he was killed by Wrath.
Yes.
That much is true.
Yeah.
And Wrath is now one of the apostles.
Wrath died.
Wrath is dead, but Varian will point to the picture again. He showed me that Wrath is agony.
Well, he's dead too, so I don't know what's happening. But, and she points over to Talus. She was there. She told me that Wrath died.
So, well, now I'm confused because I've definitely seen him. And he's very much not dead.
Well, if what you're saying is true, why hasn't he said hi? It's been 500 years.
I don't know, but he was trying to get me to give him my name.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. He said it would be more fun to keep it a secret.
Has he hit on you at all? Sexually?
Not to my knowledge. Maybe I was oblivious to it if he was. But he seemed more interested in my name and getting something he wants.
Maybe he's grown up. Still, we were friends.
I figured as much when I saw the portrait.
Why is he pretending to be dead this whole time?
I don't know.
You just saw him? Where was he?
You know where the water lets out for that waterfall?
Yes.
There. That's where I fell from and landed in your pond. It was very painful.
Why were you up there?
Because I was in the water, and that's where the water let out.
Why were you in the water?
Because
People just don't go for a swim up there. You like going where you don't belong?
I was only in that water because of him.
So he put you in the water.
Technically, yes.
Why?
I will tell you everything you want to know if I can have an assurance from you that any wrongdoing will be forgiven and absolved.
Like breaking into my house?
Or anything that's been done in the city in the past, I don't know, half day.
What have you done in my city?
Nothing that a temporary detainment and fee wasn't going to solve. But if we could waive those and leaving before either was satisfied, then yes.
Why are you being dodgy about the information?
I just want assurances before I answer, because I feel like this conversation could be mutually beneficial and I'd hate for it to end prematurely.
Well, I'm not going to give any assurances until I know what you've done, so guess we're kind of at an impasse. Or I could just kill you.
I disturbed the peace.
Specifically?
There was a group of bird creatures that abducted my bounty, and I retrieved it from them, but in the crossfire there was some civilian casualty. Not, I didn't directly cause it, but it is my fault. And I was told to stay in a cell for 48 hours and pay a fine, but then, and Baron will point to the pain again, he created a hole in the earth and ushered me out, which is where I ended up in the water, in some underground lake, which had a cave that had a tunnel that went upwards that I had to traverse for quite a while, which led out up there, and then I was about to fall. He offered to save me from falling if I gave him my name, which I refused, so I fell, which is why Varian will gesture to himself because he probably looks like a mess.
Yeah.
And then I saw the building and made my way inside.
Bounty hunter, huh?
Yes.
Fine, I'll absolve you.
I don't know why he hasn't come to see you, but I can try asking. He seems to always be listening.
Even now?
I don't know. I could try. Chaz, your friend wants to speak to you.
You see her walk over to the coffee table and sit in one of the chairs. You don't get a response from your bestest boy, Chaz. Roll a perception check.
36.
You hear her mumbling to herself under her breath. Some of the words you can make out are, is he telling the truth? What's he been doing in here? Stuff like that.
I don't know if he's gonna answer you. I've only spoke with him twice. First time he asked for something peculiar from me and my bounty. And then second time was him breaking me out and trying to get my name.
Well, your story seems to be corroborated, so have a seat. We can chat.
Very well. Have a seat. Have you ever seen the apostles in person?
Not up close. I've tried to kill him a couple times.
Which ones?
I don't know. I haven't gotten close enough. But I do remember, my sorrow going away a little bit. And then a different time I was attacking another one and my shame disappeared. Those were a while ago. They don't tend to venture this far north. I did catch wind of someone in black around these parts. I went to scout, but I didn't see anything.
Possibly guilt?
Possibly. I don't know who that is.
Does the name Alan mean anything to you?
No, not really.
It would have been around the time of the Reapings. Human. Death Paladin.
No, sorry. That was a while ago. I didn't really deal a whole lot directly with the Death Paladins.
I see. And you're sure this Wrath is dead?
Pretty sure. I don't know why Talus would lie to me.
And this Wrath... Because Chaz showed me Agony, the Apostle, and said that they were Wrath. And I saw Agony a few days ago, I think. I was told to avoid them because they hate Eladrin.
Well, I don't know really much about Wrath, other than Talus was there and said that Wrath died, and Wrath killed Zakar. I don't think she would lie, because she loved Zakar, and him dying was really traumatic for her, so I don't think she would lie about the one responsible for his death being killed.
She loved him. Were they together?
Yes?
Huh. Marion's gonna stare at Talus in the portrait.
Sup?
I did see a drow named Savath that looked kind of like her.
Savath's still alive?
Who is Savath?
Hessa's child.
You were a bitch.
Hessa was Talus's sister.
Is Hessa still alive?
No.
What happened to her?
They were also in Kraken's Breach when it, disappeared?
I see. No, it was definitely Savath.
Are they okay?
They seemed fine. They're working with the Archon. But Agony also has long white hair. I didn't get a closer look at them.
I mean, that could mean anything. Old, drow, bleached their hair.
Are there other Titans that you know of?
I haven't really seen much of them for a while. Not really since the Pillar of Light thing. I saw Sloth for a little bit after that, but then they disappeared as well.
What caused the pillar?
I don't know.
Does anyone know?
Sure, someone has to.
Do you think the Titans got captured by the Archon and they're being held at Repentance?
Maybe, but I don't know. Sloth was pretty strong. I mean, they all kinda are. Some of them aren't the best fighters, I guess, so maybe.
Well, I heard that they also have one of the Archfey.
They do?
Yeah.
Which one?
Oribos.
Oh.
Do you know which court he was in charge of?
Yeah. He was the Fall Court, the Unseelie. Kinda, I guess, explains why we haven't been attacked in a while.
What about Chaz? What court does he lead?
Well, he was Summer, but, he died, so
I think he still is Summer.
still trying to wrap my head around him being alive.
What about the other two? Do you know who they are?
Yeah, Spring was, Kaleo, I think it was. And then the winter was Volkar.
What? You're telling me Volkar is an Archfey, too?
Yes.
Varian just stares at her like, what the fuck? Excuse me.
Did he not tell you that either?
He's an Archfey.
Did he not tell you guys anything?
Apparently not. And do you know why he closed the ethereal plane?
It's closed?
Yes, it is. New souls haven't come in for quite some time. And I think Braxis is behind that. They said that Volkar closed the ethereal plane, but I'm starting to question that too.
If it's closed, where do our souls go when we die?
I'm pretty sure that Abraxas has been taking them into the shadow plane.
How and why?
I don't know, and I don't know.
That's concerning.
But I think it's been happening for
Even up here?
quite some time. Yes, even up here.
That's very concerning.
They're not crossing over to the ethereal plane.
If it's closed, how are you here?
I don't know. I don't know how I can still travel between the planes, but I can. I don't know if anyone else can.
Huh. Why are you on the material plane?
I was looking for my husband.
You guys can get married?
Yes, we can get married.
I don't know, I just thought you guys were heartless assholes who would kill us and take our souls.
It was our orders. They were to keep some gate closed.
Yeah, it's the gate for the Titans. That opened a long time ago. Roughly after the reaping stopped. So, guess you were doing your job.
The Titans got free and Wrath killed Sakaar, and it had to have been for a while then. Almost 1,000 years that the souls stopped properly coming through. Because my husband's soul made it to the ethereal plane, but his material plane wife and daughter's souls never made it.
Oh, so he had a secret family?
No, he had a family while he was living, and then met me in the ethereal plane. His family never crossed over. And that's why.
Wait, so your husband died?
Yes.
That's how you met?
Yes.
Not the most romantic, but moving on. But you're here looking for your husband.
Yes.
But if he's dead, wouldn't he be in the ethereal plane?
You would think so, but he disappeared from the ethereal plane, which is why I came to the material plane to look for him. And it appears he's searching for... Which is understandable, but he could have at least talked to me first before he disappeared.
Wait, so you found him? I was gonna suggest maybe he was in the shadow plane. If Abraxas was taking souls.
Well, he is now.
Yes, which is... I wonder if that's why. Varian just kind of trails off and...
What's he doing on the material plane?
looking for signs of where his daughter's soul went.
Why isn't he with you? Didn't you want to help him?
He wasn't very forthright with his identity, and then disappeared before I could say anything. So now I have to find him again.
Maybe he feels guilty.
Oh.
You have no idea.
I don't know what that means, but I hope he's okay.
For the most part, I think. So if you were around in those times, sorry, but it was a bit of a wait, and I looked through some of the books. What happened to Heaven's Gate?
I would prefer not to talk about it.
I mean, I read about there being an attack, and there had to be some rebuilding.
Mm-hmm. Can we not talk about this, please?
Why?
Because I don't want to talk about it.
Why would you not want to talk about what happened to your city? Why was it out of textbooks? It almost seemed like they intentionally skirted around the destruction, the cause.
It's me. Hi.
I'm the problem. It's me. We're done with this topic.
Oh.
I would like to move on.
I see.
No, I don't think you do. But anyway,
So, why did you bury the city? Or put walls up so high that the earth buried it?
the Unseelie were attacking us.
So, Ouroboros and Volcar.
Not so much Volcar, but Ouroboros for sure. He was one of the more aggravated of the four that we were here on the material plane.
Okay, so he's in prison now. Chaz is... I don't even know what he's doing.
Apparently just hanging around and not saying hi.
Maybe he's trying to keep his living status
Secret?
more secret. Maybe he's trying to do something.
He thinks I tell someone?
I don't know. Do you talk a lot?
Like to other people?
I don't know.
If he wanted me to keep it a secret, I'd keep it a secret.
And then Volclaw is tending to his duties in the ethereal plane, so I can't exactly go talk to him.
Why not? Can't you go back and forth?
I can, but I'm not supposed to, and I might get in quite a bit of trouble. Ending my life kind of trouble.
Are you not supposed to be married?
Marriage is perfectly fine. It's the leaving.
Oh, because it's
ethereal
closed.
plane. I didn't know it was closed. We just haven't had new souls come in for quite some time.
And he seems okay with that?
He wasn't acting like anything was wrong, but it was kind of concerning among us.
You see her take a pause from talking to you and lean towards the sprigs of lilac on the table. Roll a perception check.
Lawrence, you tell me where Chaz is. 32?
You hear her whisper, "Do you know where he's at? Why haven't you told me he was alive if you've seen him?"
Are you talking to the flower?
Oh, sorry, I didn't introduce you. This is Lawrence. Well, at least a part of him.
Okay. Hello, Lawrence.
He's really good at espionage, I guess is a way to put it. Listening in on things, observing.
I didn't know that he was observing.
That's what makes him so good.
I see. Are you okay?
I was just asking him if he had seen Chaz anywhere. And if he had, why he didn't tell me Chaz was alive, but...
And you can speak to him and hear him.
Mm-hmm.
How does he speak?
Magic.
I see.
Never heard of speak with plants? It's a spell?
I guess I've never thought about it.
Anyway, he hasn't, and thought Chaz was dead as well, so... He did see you in jail, though. Talking to dirt on the bed.
That was Chaz. He was shifting the earth around, making it a statue of himself.
Huh.
Was he the tree that was buried? No, lilacs on trees.
Well, not typically, no. But Chaz kind of awoke in him a while ago, and he's been able to, what's the word? Graft himself into other plants?
Huh. I guess that would be very handy. What about the last one you said? Kaleo?
Kaleo, I think that was his name.
Where's he?
I don't know. You could try talking to a Davern, I think. Talos used to talk about a Davern all the time.
A Davin?
Yeah.
What's a Davin?
It's a person in the Wind Kingdom. Where they were 1,000 years ago. I don't know where they're at now, or if they're still alive.
Most people don't typically live that long.
No, and she said he was human, so...
So then he would be...
Probably not,
dead.
yeah, he's super dead. Never mind. Why do humans not last very long?
This is a lot. Okay. So do you know what... If Chaz is still alive, and that really is him I'm talking to, or is talking to me, what he would want from repentance?
Well, given that's where he was supposed to have died, maybe he left something there. And the people at Repentance found it?
And put it in a cell?
I didn't know it was in a cell. I wouldn't really recommend trying to break into that place.
I wasn't gonna try and break in.
That's good.
Your peacekeepers seem to know everything that happens in the city.
Mostly, yeah. What they don't, the network tells them.
The mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
And they're Fae.
Yes.
And what court do they belong to?
Sealy? Spring?
So, not Chaz.
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, they don't seem to be too thorough. They go by the witness. They were here for a little while.
Is that the person I heard about? They made it into the city?
Probably, but they're gone now.
How'd they get in? She kind of mumbles to herself.
They travel through the shadows. So they probably came from the shadow plane into the city.
How am I supposed to protect my people against that?
I don't know. How are you supposed to stop them from running away like cowards through the shadows?
Turn the light up, maybe?
Maybe get more of those bulbs around. I don't know.
Don't know if those would be bright enough. Well, if Ouroboros is in prison, maybe we could resurface?
You could do that easily.
Easily-ish. Many hands make light work.
Too bad Chaz is hiding himself from you. He seems to be able to have no trouble moving the earth.
Yeah, his help would definitely make it easier.
Did you hear that? I don't know. He probably did. He's ignoring us.
You think he's in this room? She'll look around.
I don't know. He was taunting me with statues for a while. So I assume he can tune in easily when he's not physically there.
Maybe. Well, do you have any other information for me?
I think that's about it. Other than, apparently, according to Chaz, agony is wrath, and I guess apparently the girl helping Agony is the niece of Talus. So you said.
If it's the Sam Savath. She was a drow, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Thought she died too. Glad she's still alive. Well, you should probably get after your bounty again.
Yeah. They've got quite the head start on me. Not sure where they are now. Get back to looking.
Try not to kill anyone looking for her.
I'll make sure I don't kill a single person while I track it down.
I would greatly appreciate that.
And then we'll get out of your hair, and if I see Chaz again, I'll be sure to mention that he needs to come say hi. Though, no guarantee he actually will.
Can you also slap him for me?
I don't know how well that would work out for me, but I can try.
If you don't think you can, I understand. But hiding this whole time, making me think he was dead is not nice. Alright, I'll walk you out and let the peacekeepers know to release you.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Euphemia, and the pleasant conversation we had. I feel like it was enlightening for both of us.
Pleasant's not the right word, but enlightening for sure.
Are you not relieved to hear that some of the people you thought dead are still alive?
Relieved, yes, but pleasant, more disheartening that they would not tell me. Thought we were closer. Anyway, this way.
Yes, I think I've overstayed my welcome. Varen will get up.
She leads you through the house. And when you get outside, you see a bunch of peacekeepers surrounding the property. And she waves them away and they sink back into the ground.
I take it they're not allowed to enter your house then?
They can't. There's no earth.
Oh, I see. I was wondering why they didn't follow me inside.
Kinda got lucky. This is the only place not made of earth around here. Well, natural earth. Stones are earth, but they can't move through them.
Interesting. Well, thank you. And hopefully, when we meet again, that we're both in better spirits.
Hopefully.
Varen will give her a nod and make his way. Is there an exit from the gate?
The gate is still just a fence, and the path just leads to the fence.
I will look at that and then turn back to Euphemia. How do I get out if there's no gate?
The peacekeepers will let you out. Just keep walking.
Okay. Varen will turn around and walk on the path.
Right. As you walk on the path dips under the gate, and then ramps back upwards on the other side.
Okay, I will follow the path and get to the other side of the gate and back onto level ground.
And we'll end there.
Thanks everyone so much for joining us. We hope you enjoyed listening as much as Varian enjoyed learning about Volcar and all the bullshittery of the last 1,000 years.
We have social media. Check us out at Top of the Round on Facebook and Instagram, and at Twittercast on Twitter and Blue Sky. We also have a TikTok at Twitter Podcast and a website, twitterpodcast.com. Check it out.
Thank you to our Vessel and Witness tier patrons, Ray, Jermaine, and Grayson. You are very appreciated, Ted.
A shout out to our lovely Apostle tier patrons, Ray, the Apostle of Scorn.
Grayson, the Apostle of Joy.
Tay, the Apostle of Ecstasy.
Arton K, the Apostle of Compassion.
Alyssa, the Apostle of Rage.
Jem, the Apostle of Curiosity.
Bluebird, the Apostle of Awkwardness.
Mammies, the Apostle of Bitterness.
Gabe, the Apostle of Anticipation.
And Kobe Beef, the Apostle of Bewilderment.
As stated, you can join them on patreon.com/topoftheround to feel love and joy and total in your soul. Do it.
And hear your name every single week.
Every single week. Okay, bye.
Join us.
Join us.
Join us.
We also have a Discord, and you can find the link to that in the show notes below. Come join us, talk to us, love us, like Chaz would love you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.